bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the in your mouth. Come on.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see Dak Prescott. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Cowboys and the Broncos, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome to the booth, everyone. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson, all set for a good one here. Greg, this is one of those interesting things because you talk to both coaches. They've schemed, plotted all week, and the question becomes, who's got the plan that's going to fit against this other team?
Well, that's always the question. And I think if we really got honest responses from some of these play callers in pregame, I think they're not even quite sure. Everyone goes in feeling really good about the week work. They feel really good about where they are from a game plan perspective. But now, can you adjust? Can you find the elements of that game plan that are best suited for having success in this given game? That's the key.
We are ready, and so is Brandon Aubrey to kick this one off. And off we go from spectacular AT&T Stadium. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Here comes the Denver offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led by the man from Oregon who started his career at Auburn, quarterback Bo Nix.
And this is where you really need your quarterback, Mike, to step up and not just lead your offense, but to really establish himself as the leader of this entire team. You're looking to pick up your first win. You're trying to build a little momentum to kickstart what's been a slow start to the season. Remember, another loss here today, 0-4, would all but eliminate their playoff chances. Only one team in NFL history, the 1992 San Diego Chargers, has ever made the playoffs after an 0-4 start.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. With that, why don't we give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game. Here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, here's Nix. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Marvin Mims there. And that'll set up 4th down. And the Broncos bring out their punter. They'll kick it away. Devontae Turpin to return for the Cowboys. This is taken at his own 30. And he looks up and he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They are led out by their quarterback, Dak Prescott.
He's coming off a really nice 3-touchdown performance in last week's win, Mike, but outside of that one errant throw, he did a really nice job of protecting the ball and was seemingly in control the entire game. This defense all week, they talked about trying to bait him into making some mistakes, so he's got to be careful about falling into the trap. But if he does that, I tell you what, I really like their chances.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Pistol now for Prescott. He's got a man. It's CeeDee Lamb. First reception for the NFL leader in that category here in the opening month of the season. And it's a 1st down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. That's brought in right side by Pickens. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
They'll run here with the rookie. And he'll work his way down to the 32-yard line, and that is enough for a 1st down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
Here's a 1st carry for their running back. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's a run going left. Oh, big hole left side. Call it a gain of 13. That's good for a Dallas 1st down.
Let's give some love to the big guys up front here, Mike. The offensive line is looking good here early to start the game. Couple nice big explosive runs. Expect them to continue to lean on the big guys up front as the rest of this game unfolds.
And a nice run. Get them about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. They'll try to run this one in. Powering forward. He's in. Touchdown, Dallas. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. The extra point by Aubrey is good. And the Cowboys will take a 7-0 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. The Broncos offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They were forced to punt the 1st time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. Going to be pulled in by Dowdle. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped. And that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Crazy. Yeah. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
That's into traffic, but taken in. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. A run now with McLaughlin. And he's going to get him a first down here across midfield and down to the 45.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
The timing of the jet sweep is critical. If you can get the ball carrier past the end man on the line, typically there's a lot of space downfield, but give credit to the defense. They saw this one play out, they reacted quickly, and they're able to throw him down for a loss.
On the ground, McLaughlin. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
Here's 1st and 10. Slot man in motion left. And he's going to take this all the way home. Dontavian Wicks. Touchdown, Denver.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Cavante Turpin on the return. A good return as he takes it across the 30.
Yeah! Here we go! Right take! Here we go, 46! Go to 54, go to 54, wide.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, here we go!
A shotgun snap for Prescott. This pass right side caught by Lamb. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Yeah, here we go! I think.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
A touchdown apiece.
Here we go. Hey, kill! What do you think?
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Now going to get a stoppage. Injured player. Oh, it's C.D. Lamb who is shaken up. Here's a 2nd and 6.
Yeah! Here we go, go to 54, go to 54. What do you think?
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he will not be able to get free. Picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down.
Yeah!
From the shotgun, it's Dak. He's got his man. It's Pickens. Number 14 with a pickup of 14. And a first down.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of trust in that quarterback, in his protectors, to know he can stand tall in that pocket and wait for his receiver to break open.
And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Prescott. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Alex Singleton. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Now Nick's going to look to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
On the bootleg, it's Nix. He finds Mims. It's complete. He is in. Marvin Mims. Touchdown, Broncos. The kick by Lutz is good. Broncos will move out to a 14-7 lead. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line.
Kill, 47. 26.
First down, Prescott. He gets it to Jonathan Mingo. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down. To throw is Prescott. Pass completed right side to Ferguson. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
They'll turn and hand this one off. Second and a yard. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the first down.
Yeah! Here we go! Like that! 26.
Now Prescott. The open man is Tolbert. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 5. That is a gain of 20. What a chance now. 1st and goal coming up.
Really nice job getting this ball out to the edge. And then once he's able to get clear of the D-line, get vertical and accelerate down the sideline. That's a great run. He's forced out of bounds, but not before setting up 1st and goal.
That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Jonathan Mingo, the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd and goal.
Yeah! There we go! Right take!
Prescott now. To the goal line and in. Jonathan Mingo. Touchdown, Cowboys. Aubrey now for the extra point. His kick is good. The Cowboys will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. A 1st down throw for Nix. Quick throw out wide. It's caught.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
They'll run with Dowdle. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth 1st half. Greg and I back to Arlington at AT&T Stadium after this. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. On comes the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Throwing is Prescott. This one is caught by Turpin. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. Prescott trying to get his guys to the line. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Here's Nix to throw. That one intercepted. That's the safety, Malik Hooker. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
And this is what comes when you decide to attack outside the numbers. You have to have a quarterback that's A, willing to make tough throws, and B, the arm strength to do it. He has the arm. I just think that one was a little too reckless, and they end up with a big interception.
Dak going to throw it here on 1st down. He's got that complete to Turpin. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. On second down, it's Dak. Working across the field, that's Pickens. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. Ball sitting on the 3. It is first down and goal. Pistol now for Prescott. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Dak Prescott. Touchdown, Dallas. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. On for the PAT is Aubrey. It's up and through. And the Cowboys have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This one deep in the landing zone. He'll return it from the 2. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. First and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And that'll be a pickup of 3. So it's halftime here in Arlington with the Cowboys in front. As we'll send you over to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman standing by. He's got the EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start with an NFC East battle and a classic one. New York and Philadelphia. And it's the Eagles who are out in front. A touchdown pass there for Jalen Hurts. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Saints in that one. Brandon Cooks, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh to check on the Steelers at home in Acrisure Stadium. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Josh Allen has a touchdown pass. The Cowboys were treated to a fine first half from number 4, quarterback Dak Prescott. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the second half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. On the return, here's Turpin. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The third quarter begins with a run. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. It's caught. Mingo with the grab. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And there wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And That's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to, what they call, punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that fourth down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time fourth down stop.
Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of that, they get him down behind the line.
I'm thinking, Mike, they might have had a little tendency on him or been tipped off pre-snap, because it seemed to me like that defense was just ready and waiting for the jet sweep. There wasn't a whole lot he could do. He takes the loss.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. He'll take a shot with Mims. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be first and goal.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
From 6 yards out, it's first and goal.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. That one, taken in. Dontavian Wicks. Touchdown, Denver. That's his second touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
Everybody kill. 26.
A shotgun snap for Prescott. Catch is made. That's Mingo. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
It's a pickup of 12. First down, Cowboys.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
They'll come up here on second down and 5.
Here we go, 47. 26.
They'll stick with him again. He'll take this down to the 23. The linebacker Jonathan Cooper on the tackle. Third and a yard.
Yeah! 26.
Try to pick this one up on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot,
Offside.
though. Yes,
Defense.
he's got it. That's a first down.
47.
Back to the ground after the penalty. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
Yeah! We're going to 54.
Now give on the ground. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. They'll have to go the full 10 yards. It's first and goal. Here's a run. Marked down at the 6. Here now, second down and goal.
Going to 53.
They'll run. He'll try the left side now. Hard running, close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short. Looking for that final yard. It's third and goal. They'll run. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's pinned. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 touchdowns for him now in the afternoon.
That just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This going to be returned from right around the goal line. And he'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. The Broncos offense ready to take over possession of the football. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. A run here. It's McLaughlin. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes third down. They'll throw. It's Nix. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short. A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. Set to go now on first and 10.
Kill.
His drive will start on the ground. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Second down, Prescott. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the Prescott on first down. That is caught downfield by Pickens. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. George Pickens. Touchdown, Dallas. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Broncos offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. To throw is Nix. That is into the hands of Wicks. And he's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They'll run. This is McLaughlin. Up the sideline, past midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets to the Broncos' 35. That one good for 26 yards.
It's a combination of footwork and vision. His ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
He's going to keep it himself. And he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Nix now on 1st and 10. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells. So they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
Here's 3rd down and a few inches. They'll try to run this one in. Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stop him short. No gain.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
And he cannot get the throw off. He's going to be sacked. And they will turn it over on down.
So the offense finds themselves in a tough situation. They're down by 2 scores late in this game. They know this is a prime opportunity. They need to play for a touchdown. And instead, the defense makes a huge stand, and they got a chance now to close this game out.
And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. So that'll cost them half the distance. They'll begin here on the ground. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. From the shotgun, it's Dak. Quick throw, taken in.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it. Back to throw is Prescott. That's complete. Left side to Pickens. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down. They'll throw again. Dak gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Terrific day throwing the ball, and the numbers now show it. Over 300 yards passing in this one. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll drop to throw. This one complete right side. And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3.
Yeah, here we go. Everyone, kill. What do you think?
Handoff here, up the middle. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is. First down.
Yeah, here we go. What do you think?
Prescott. There's that man again. Another catch. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
We're going to 54 wide. Yeah!
Here's a run going left. And he'll get the first down there. A pickup of about 5 yards.
And what's that one thing you hear from coaches all the time, Mike, right? Finish strong, and he's doing just that. His numbers here in this one, they have been terrific. But he's going to give you a full 4 quarters, and I think at this point in the game, he knows there's even more yards to be had.
Here we go, 46.
Right back to him on first down. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Prescott now. Throwing right. It's taken in. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Not a lot of room to work there. Well played by the defense. And they set themselves up for 3rd and goal. To throw is Prescott. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. That's seemingly pretty silly with 1 second left in the game. Here we go. One final play. That is intercepted. Picked off by Alex Singleton. And the Broncos are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. So it's a win for the Cowboys. They finish up.